Hello and welcome back to the Imperfect Equestrian. Today we're just going to be having a bit of a general vlog. I'm going to tell you some of the problems I've been having in training lately, show you some of the other things I've been doing. I've also got a new mic system. I haven't quite figured out how to do all the background sound blocking and things, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me okay and it'll be a bit of an improvement. If not, I will learn, don't worry. So I'm going to go and catch JJ now. I've really been trying lately to put a lot of emphasis on our relationship because some of the problems I think we're having may be due to kind of a bit of a fragment in our relationship. So I'm going to go get her now. Comanche is already coming over, but I don't want him today. Good boy. Yes, darling, not you. Okay, you can have a sweetie though, if you want. Good boy. Let's go fetch JJ.
I kinda adore you, but don't get too proud. You're like my favorite snack, I won't say it out loud. I won't say you're perfect, we all know you're not. But hey, you're the best kind of way that I got.
Good boy. Good boy. So it probably helps that Comanche's already let me say hello to him. I've got my head colour in clear view. I'm not hiding it from her. Hi, baby. And before I catch her up, I'm going to give her some nice scratches everywhere. She likes scratches, so, and I'll also give her a bit of a treat. So it's always a positive thing for me to come over. I can even actually use the head collar. Ooh. Comanche, clear off out of the way. Well, that didn't work so well, only because Comanche was about to knock over the camera and I had to come out and rescue it, and JJ did follow me out, but now they're both heading down the track there. I think she's going to go back in the field. I'll have to go get from down there in a minute. I'll just let her settle. I don't want her to think I'm chasing her. Ooh, yes. So she settled down in this part of the track. Comanche's had a bit of a run around and gone in the field. Good girl. So as I was saying, we give her a nice scratch with the head collar. We can use that as a scratching tool as well. She really likes her belly scratch quite a lot as well. Give her a nice treat. You can see her little lip going. She's really enjoying that. So I try to make, when I come up to her, a really nice rewarding thing to really work for our relationship better. Good girl. Give her a nice little treat. And then I can try and put on the head collar. There we are, good girl. So she doesn't normally like walk or run off or anything like we had a minute ago. It wasn't like I was trying to catch her just then. I had to come over and save the camera from Comanche. So she just moved on a little bit. She was bored, she wondered what we're doing. Let's take her up now and do some activities. Good girl, come on. So I'm still trying to practice our trailer loading fairly regularly at the moment, and I'll make it a bit more challenging now by I come up straight from the field. The entire trailer is closed up. Woo. There's no doors open apart from the back one, and we're going to go straight in there. And the fact that we've come straight into that situation is quite challenging for her. So we'll see how she goes today. Lovely, straight in there. Good girl. Just putting up the bar, JJ. Good girl, a little more forward. Good girl. Nicely forward. Give her some nice scratches for that. Good girl. Good girl. So I'm going to close the back door up. And all of the doors are shut on the trailer now, so she's fully enclosed. So what we're going to do first is pop round to the jockey door and have a quick look how she's doing. Here she is, she's doing really well. Good girl. I'll give her a treat. Good girl. Just to tell her she's doing extremely well. There we are. Now I'm going to open up the ramp so first of all she can see fully outside. Good girl. And she also knows at that point that she's not staying in there. So we do two things here. I give her another treat at this point, good girl. And I put a couple of treats in a little bucket at the front as well, so she knows there's going to be some treats there. Undo the bar and open up the section. She goes for those treats. And then we have some more scratches here. Comanche might be coming up now. There we are. So we see if she's willing to stay in at all. I think Comanche calling probably put her off a bit. Good girl, but she's not rushing out, so that's good. There we go. And that's it, I can let her come out now. Woo! Good girl. So we're just building on the things that will make her more confident in more challenging situations. And obviously, if she can be confident going on in a situation like that, then if she did have a little bit of a problem somewhere, opening up all the ramps will make it feel a lot easier for her as well. Let's move on to something else now. So again, as part of our bonding, good girl, I'm trying to give her, while she's in the molting season, trying to give lots of nice grooming sessions. Woo. There's not so much coming off her at the moment, but I'm still just going over with the rake slightly to see if there's any areas that have a lot of molting. Not really, maybe a little bit, but certainly plenty of dust coming off her. But she lives outdoors and we don't have any shows or anything to go to, so I'm not having to worry too much about her being really clean. This is more about just some time, giving her some scratches with the brushes and making it feel nice for her. Now I probably won't spend as long as I normally do today because obviously you'll get bored. So I just grab the brush. And I've just got a body brush and I don't worry if it gets a bit full of hair. It's just about it feeling nice for her. So nice, soft, long strokes around. It does make her look a bit shiny, which is nice. And you can't see in the camera, but she has the little donkey stripes there. It makes them show up a bit more. The dorsal stripe on her back. And also when we do round by her little zebra stripes, again, because they're kind of reddish colour, they're kind of hard to see on the camera, but I do like the way we start seeing them coming out a bit more this time of year. You can see the dorsal stripe all around the ear, but the other ones kind of disappear a little bit in the winter coat because they're not very clear to see, they're not very strong. If she had more black markings, it would definitely be a little bit clearer to see. There we are. Not spending too long, just doing it so it feels nice. And often I will spend longer on it because, like I said, I want it to feel nice and be a nice session for her, but we're just talking about it today. I will just pick her hooves out quickly because, again, we don't do much experience of picking up her feet, so I need to get a bit more practice in at that as well. Good girl. Come back. Right. Good girl. Ooh, being a bit silly today. Start the other side, maybe. Good girl. Come on. Good girl. There we are. There we go. Good girl. So as she picks up her feet, I'm just going to give her a treat. There we are. Good girl. Like I said, we actually don't do much practice with picking up and picking out feet because she's mostly just in the field, not doing a lot. So we do need more practice. Good girl. Come on. Good girl. Interesting, she's not sure about this foot being lifted today, is she? There we are. And again. There we go. There we are. Good girl. So So I'll pay attention to something like that, because I don't know, it might mean that she's feeling sore in a leg or a foot or something. So we'll see how she is when she's moving around in a bit, see if there's any particular reason she didn't want to pick that one up today. Normally that's her best one. There you go. There we go, there we go. Well done, darling, good girl. And again, I'll give her a treat for that. Well done, darling. So I'm going to take her in the field now, work a little bit on the circles. So we're still on the long 22-foot line. I'm still not using the stick for this section, but we've graduated to the arena, the grass arena. This is 20 by 40, same as a normal arena. Obviously that means we've got some structure on the long sides either side of her, but when she goes to across the short sides, there's no structure there. So she has the opportunity that if she wants to run off, she can pull and run off a bit more. If you remember, that was a bit of an issue with her. So we've been building on it, and we're going to see how she is for circling today. So start by sending her backwards. Good girl. Good girl. She keeps going back. A little bit further if I can. And what I'm going to aim for to start with is just a walk, if she will. So we'll just point quite gently and ask her to go off in a walk. So ideally I want her to move out more, so I'm using less of the rope with me. She could be a bit further away from me. But what we might find is that on one side, probably behind me, she'll be a bit closer, and then in front of me she'll be a little bit further away. To be fair, at the walk she does tend to stay nice and close. She's doing really well. And this is obviously different to the round pen because she has the support of the fence all the way around on the round pen. So we're going to change directions in a minute when she goes past me. So I show my finger, walk backwards, point where I want to go, and send her in that direction. And I really liked that then, because she came towards me nicely and she stayed in the walk. Sometimes changing direction can get her a bit excited, and she can go up a gate as well. And do you know, it's a good thing when you've got this longer line and they want to be closer to you than the end of the line. It does mean that possibly if you took off the lead rein, then she's got a much better chance of staying with me at liberty if I wanted to practice liberty in a larger area. So I'm not upset that she's not at the end of the line. I could ask her out more, but that's not what we're looking for right now. Be nice, but it's not the aim. So one of the problems we had been having is I've been teaching her some extra sideways lately, and for some reason the sideways has made her a little bit nervous of turning her head in one direction to me. So one of the changes of direction has become a little bit sticky. I actually think it's the one we just did that way, so I'm really pleased. So we'll try the other way and just check this one's good as well, and then I'll explain what I did do to assist that. But I am really pleased that seems good that direction today. So when she goes past me again, I just give my finger the signal and I walk backwards, point across, try and be gentle enough to keep her in a walk. She's rushing a little, tell her to slow down, ask her to keep going. So we had a few things, and she got a little bit excited, started going a bit faster from the pressure and the energy of turning. And then also once I told her to kind of calm it down a bit and go back to walk, she looked at me like, do you want me to come back to you? And I said, no, carry on walking, please. So what I did to kind of yesterday's session to solve her changing direction better, which that was still pretty good then. I know she got a little bit more rushy and she went forward a bit, but she did a lovely change, whereas before she would just walk with her shoulder towards me and didn't want to do the change. I would keep going towards the fence until she was kind of almost forced to change direction because we ran out of ground and she had nowhere else to go. And then as soon as she changed direction, I would bring her back in and give her a treat. So I was literally rewarding the change of direction. And also, after I give her a treat, I would kind of hang out on the side of the eye that she didn't really want me on and give her some nice strokes and scratches and just a bit of rest time. So the direction that she found easy to travel in and change direction, I would just kind of let her keep going on that side. She wouldn't get a rest there. But then the direction she found hard and I'd stop her and treat her, then we'd have a good long rest after that. So that seems to really work, because we only did one session with that, but we might find that as we get faster she finds it more difficult. So we're going to move up into trot in a second. So as she comes past me, I'm going to use the rope and click. Now it depends how she feels today. Hopefully she'll just maintain trot. Good girl. She might slow down, or if she does reach out a bit further on the rope, if she feels a pull on the rope, she may, oops. Sorry about that, you were just taken out by the wind and fell over. At least I get the chance to send her off in a circle again now. Okay, find the end of my rope, there we are. Now we will go into the left, so we'll carry on that way in a second. Good girl. Okay. Good girl. There we are. Whew. So I can't remember where I got to. I think I was just saying that if she does go out on the rope a bit more and she hits it, and she may mistake that for pressure to canter, because that's what we've been teaching, apply pressure and canter. You can see now a bit more how now she's going faster, she's not as connected to me. So she is reaching literally the end of the rope. And you'll see how when she goes behind me, it gets a bit slacker. So that's because she's not feeling quite so much pressure from behind me. That'll just improve in time. Good girl. So again, when she goes past next time, we're going to do a change of direction and see how successful that is at the trot. Nice that way, very good. Allow her to go back on the circle, and I'll just let her settle out there on the circle so that she knows she did a good thing. Now interestingly, this direction the circle is a little bit closer, and I'm pretty sure this is the eye she wasn't confident in the other day, so how interesting. Now she's moving out a bit more. It's not a bad thing to be at the end of the rope, but we just pay attention. Now she seems to be moving fine. So for whatever reason, she wasn't too happy about me lifting that other foot today. I don't believe it was pain related. I've been feeling for the past few days that she may be in season. She's been a bit odd with a few things running around oddly in the field and that, so it might be that. We'll try to change the direction the other way, see how she is. Bring her up, back. Now it was a little bit of a quicker change of direction that way, so that's the way she finds a bit easier. And I try to be intentional as to whether I wanted to go slower on the change of direction, stay in a trot, or even speed up as she goes round. It doesn't always work out the way I want, but I do try and have the intention of it. Okay, so we're going to try our canter. I'm going to try it just on this static circle at the moment, see how that goes. Pressure on at the front. Nothing. That's okay. She's now aware that we're trying it because she's heard it. We've tried it once. So I'm going to wait for her to go around a bit more so you can see a bit easier. Try again. Nope, she's not having it today. That's all right. So we did try something yesterday where we made it a bit more fun. She might like that. And that's where we go out a bit wider together. And I run with her a little bit as she canters. Good girl. So we'll try that. Good girl. Good girl. So I'm stopping her quite quick there because she obviously before found it a bit difficult to get into canter. So I want to reward the fact that she got into canter and did me about half a circle. And you can see that when I run with her a bit, she doesn't really look like it's too much of a pressure thing. It looks like she's just joining in with my energy. Good girl. We'll try her in the opposite direction now. Good girl. Good. Nope. She's ready to leave, but she's ready to leave in the wrong direction. So we'll see if she can alter to the opposite side when I ask that. Nope. Told you. Too quick, JJ. She could see me going to move, didn't even really get to moving, so back. I might take her in a bit shorter so I get time to send her properly, and that way. That's it. Good girl. So I'm just moving with her to make it a bit easier for her to travel. You can see her now, she knows what we're doing, her energy's up a bit more. That's really nice. Ooh. Bring her back in. Now I was really pleased with that one. That was really, really nice. Good girl. Good girl. So we'll give her a second back in the middle just to think about how good that was. And then I might try and achieve that in the opposite direction. And if we can, we'll leave this particular exercise here at that point. Good girl. Hey. Right. Try to go back. And I'll not take her back too far again before I send her. Go. Good girl. Keep her going. Good girl. Run with her. Whee! And I'll bring her back in. Woo! Good girl. Good girl. You can see she's quite happy to come back in, and that was lovely going around. So I think when I try and stay static, a bit like we did with the first walk and trot, she finds that a bit of a smaller circle, a little bit hard to get into. And also she's probably in a slightly like not ready mood because we've been doing slower paces. So between the two, I could have pushed them all, could have pulled them all, but it didn't feel like I needed to, when at the moment she's more capable of doing it on a slightly larger circle. And you can see that's a really improved canter from where we were previously. Good girl. Let's go play down the bottom field with some obstacles. So seeing as she was doing so well at the changes of direction in the circle, we are going to try the figure 8 first before we do any of the other obstacles. And I haven't got the stickers over there, so I can get it if I need to. Sometimes when I tried this one without the stick, there's a little bit of added pressure from the cones and she's more likely to walk a circle than change direction. So, but we'll give it a go today because it did really well in the arena up there. Comanche has just broken into the field, so he may be joining us. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it doesn't distract her too much. Come on, JJ. Good girl. So I send her through. Good girl. Ideally, I don't want her too close to the cone, but you know, it doesn't really matter if she does. And then just at walk, lovely. Ask for a nice change of direction. Send her around again. Ooh, gotta flick the rope over. Go back, ask for a change of direction and push her through again. That's okay, she went up to a trot, so that'll be interesting to see, can she still change direction? See how she finds it more difficult now? Ooh, that's it. To change direction. This is how we go with the change directions, get a bit harder, see? She starts looking at me, doesn't want to give me that eye. There we are. So now I'll bring her back in. So we're back with the problem that I said we had for the circles, but it's showing up with the figure 8 now. So give her a treat. What I'm rewarding is the fact that she did eventually give me her right eye. You'll notice that as she goes round, it's an unwillingness to give me that right eye that keeps her going in that direction. Even when we pull her towards us and we're starting to get the change of direction, she is turning her head so that she doesn't have to give me that eye. And it's only when she gives me that eye that she eventually commits to setting off again. So that's where she's feeling unconfident. That's what we're having to work on at the moment. Now she doesn't do it as much when I've got the stick, because the stick's more of a blockade down in that direction mentally, but perhaps we do need to try it without the stick to highlight it so that we can fix that part of our relationship. It may be because she just came up in her life a bit, felt more unconfident, because I didn't ask for the trot. She chose it. Why did she choose it? Was it because she felt more unconfident in something I was pushing her with or something like that with the cones there? Again, all leading to unconfidence. So we'll just try it again and see how it goes. So as soon as she finds it easier to change direction the other way, come on. I'll move around that way first. We'll try and keep it a walk. So I wanted to go around the other cone. Good girl. There we are. Come down, let her through, and just gently push her. That's it. That was a nice change. That's the way she finds easier. So I really pay attention to myself now. She found it a little harder. So I don't know if you could see from there, but her head was almost turning to stop me. Watch this way. See, her head comes through. Oh no, now we've got it in both sides. No, it wasn't that bad. I think she just got distracted then. That's okay. We can work on it if it is both sides. I'm pulling, pushing. But in the walk, I'm getting time to do that. In the trot, she's going past me before I can use the lead rope to help apply pressure. That wasn't bad. There we are. That's nice. Good girl. Good girl. Walk on. Nice to see her get out a bit more. Hand up, walk backwards. Give her lots of time to react. There we are. So she was slightly offended by the end of the lead rope coming up then. That was a really nice change there. Brought her head through. Keep her calm, keep her at walk. And then taking longer. See how it takes longer and a little less willing to bring the head across. But that's okay. I'll just take her around this cone and we'll bring her back in. Woo. So for today, I'm going to keep that nice and positive. I'm not going to move it onto the trot. I'm sure if I went and got the stick, I could block her enough to actually achieve a trot. But that's not what we're about today. We're about trying to keep it nice, the relationship there, and make it a positive thing that she would want to turn rather than I'm making her turn. So I'm going to try a similar thing. We're probably challenging a bit too much here. We're going to try the cones in a weave. Again, if she moves up into trot to this, they're not spaced enough for her to really have time to react. So we're going to try and walk it. And because of the pushing with my pressure backwards and forwards, she might find that too much to turn at the end. So we'll see how it goes. Walk on. I don't necessarily want her out so long on this one because it's going to be a little bit for it to think about. So we missed the first cone and we're coming at this point. Push her out. Guide her back in. Push her out again. See how the changes are quite quick. So that's where she can get a little bit emotionally upset maybe. Pushing out, bring her back in. If it was too much, I could try and space out the cones a bit more. Push her out. And here's where the change direction may be a little bit much, we'll see. Actually a really nice one, brought her head round lovely. Yeah. Push, 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 push. Really nice. Bring her in for a break. The grass is fine, that's a good treat as well. So I was really surprised then. So I wonder why she found it easier with that, even though there'd be more pressure. Is it because she was thinking more? You know, we have to think of all these different things. I'll probably never know the answer, but yeah, she found that a lot easier to change on the side that was difficult. Really brought her head round nicely. So again, because she did quite well at that, we'll move on to something else again. So I've set up a task that's a new one to her. We haven't tried this together at all yet, so you'll be watching it with us, seeing how it does. And my intention with this task is to back her through. Now we could do lots with this, we could do little figure eights and things like that, but we've just done those, so don't need to do that. So what I want to do is take her to back through this. Now I'm not going to make her back straight through because it might be complicated for her. Like I said, she's not tried this one before. What I'm going to start with is leading her through so that she's at least acquainted with the obstacles. I could send her, but I might as well just lead her. Come on, darling, good girl. Good girl. So she could take some confidence from me. There we are. She wasn't bothered at all. I didn't expect her to be, but it's good to find out. Right, so now, JJ, distracted by the grass. We've not been in here for a while. So I want her paying attention to me. So I'm going to stop her before, if she will, and back her up before she gets to it. Good girl. We could be straighter, but it's not a matter really at the moment. That's it. So I'm going to ask her to come towards me and maybe try and stop it in there and back up. She may find the pressure too much, in which case she might keep coming forward through to me. So we'll see how this goes. Move all my line out of the way. Let's go through. And then stop her there. Oh, she says, I am happy to stop and eat anywhere there is food. So then we'll just back her up from there. Keep going out the obstacle. A bit more. Good girl. So now I'll aim to get her all the way through. And then stop her. So this seems like it's easy now to send her back because she's already done it. But now she's out, what she might do if she feels pressure off the obstacles is turn and back either side of them, or literally just turn. So we'll see if she can not worry about the pressure behind her with the obstacles and go back. Okay, good girl. Go on, go on. Doing well so far. She seems to be staying straight. Nice. No hesitation with it so far. There we are. Good girl. A little bit more pause than she would normally have for backing, so she might be thinking a little bit about the obstacle, but she is going back nicely, and I want her to go so far as to get her legs clear of it. There we are. Really nice. Good girl. Gosh, you're racing all this today, aren't you? You are. We're going to go try the poles now. We could do that again, but she did okay. Let's go try a pole. Good girl. So we've also been doing some backing exercises with the poles as well. What I've been doing is seeing if she can come over them, kind of one hoof, then take it back, two hooves, then take it back, three hooves, and so on. She's usually quite good until we get to the four hooves. Then she finds it difficult to pick up the two back hooves over the pole, and at the moment she's kicking it back, which is quite interesting because when she's got three over, very often she takes it back without too much effort. So we'll see how she does today. Come on, JJ. So I've got to get her off the grass first. Come on, JJ. There we are. That's it. Whoop, just one. Good girl. I'm going to give her a treat every time she comes over with the correct amount. Go back. Good girl. Now see if we can get two. Stop her there. Good girl. Lovely. Send her back again. Now, interestingly, she's having a bit of trouble with all of them today. Is that because she's distracted and thinking too much about the grass? Probably. This could be a challenge then. Come on, JJ. So 3, 1, 2, and just one more. Pay attention. Come on. Good girl. Woo. Yes. There we have it. 3. Good girl. Nearly got 4. Send it back again. Sorry, darling. Back. Good girl. No. Good girl. Now we're running out of pole a bit here, so I'll bring her up a little bit for the number 4. Come on, come on. Good girl. They're locked out this field at the moment because of I'm trying to let the grass grow, so it's got a lot more grass than where they are. That's why they're so distracted by it. Hold on. Oh, fancy. We're going to be trying that in a bit. We're not ready yet. Good girl. Nice when they offer things though, isn't it? Come on, darling. Whoop. Over. A little bit difficult to do it at the joint, but that's where she's ended up. So there we are. Now, come on. Come again. Good girl. Good. See how she's been really careful to get the right amount for me. And again. Ooh, see if I can get to stay there. Good girl. Nice. Nice. Now, it was nice that she just stayed when she came over the floor, because sometimes she walks forward a bit more. Get back. See how she copes. Going backwards. See how she keeps them quite shallow. Not bad though. Second attempt she got over. Back, 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 back. We'll go back. Ooh. Oh, she's trying to be fancy for me. We have been practicing our sideways, like I said, but that's not what I wanted today. Not yet, anyway. So we're going to try it again. Oh, good girl. Straighten up these poles a little bit, make it easier. Probably doesn't make it easier, but okay, try again. We want 4 this time. Come over. 3, 4. Whoa. Good girl. Now back. She's at a bit of an angle, so we'll see. I'm going to put a bit more force and that on her back. Lovely! That was better. So I was a bit more energy with my body then, a bit more purposeful, like I want you to back up. I think maybe it was a bit flimsy before. She got a bit lost in what I was asking, what's your head? And she thought we were doing sideways. Right, now I want to try sideways. So she's been offering it. It'd be interesting to see if she actually does it, or if she tries to invent something else. Right, I'll bring her over halfway. Just 2. And ask her to go that way. Good girl, really nice. Can she go all the way? Good girl. She go all the way. Keep going. Good girl. Good girl. Go on. Get a bit stuck. There we go. Lovely. Really nice today, actually. Really nice. So give her a second. Get a bit of the grass, and then I'm going to take her around and come on this piece and try and go the other way. Okay, come on, JJ. Ooh, ooh, spooky news. Spooky news. Come on in. Good girl. So bring her back up here. Keep the line out of the way. Bring her over with 2 hooves and just stop her there. Oh, she already knows what we want to do. And take her that way if she will. Good girl. Good girl. Really nice. Keep going. How nice was that? That was really nice. I'm so proud of her. That's brilliant. Right, well, we'll take her back up to the yard and finish off up there. So the main reason we've come back up to the yard is just so I could get this to show you our lovely horse friends. We've received our Top Barn 12-week challenge rosette for completing the challenge this year. It has her name on, Jupiter Junnit, and 2025. I'm just going to pop it on her so we can see what it looks like. There we go. Really smart, just her colour. Kind of matches in a little bit. Good girl, JJ. You did really well with the challenge. Well done. So we'll see you again next time. Please let us know in the comments if there's anything you'd really like to see in our future videos. Comanche's come say goodbye as well. Here he is. And we'll see you again next time. Bye.